All right, this might be the second one because I left the coffee shop 30 minutes ago, and on the way over, Andy and Crow, on the way over, I was going to do a surprise video, just so you could see how none of this is prepared. But, you just can, I want you to see. So on the way over, American Pie was playing on the radio. So I said, I want to get American Pie on the video. So for about 5 minutes, I might post them both so you can see me knocking at the door saying, you guys are ruining it. I got 6 minutes of American. So I had American Pie on the radio, and I'm driving. Then I get here, and you saw me, if I posted, I've been knocking at the door for about 10 minutes. I'm like, hey, I'm here. And then I thought, well, maybe I got the wrong door again. That happened last time. So I shut the phone off, because I had to shut it off to call. I called Andy. I said, look, I'm knocking at the door. That's the first thing they said. You sure you got the right door? I said, yes, I saw your truck. It was the right door. This is just, I have not, what I mentioned on the other video, I guess I'll post them both, but I mentioned that I haven't seen Andy or Crow in about, the last time was when Andy came over the house. Jimmy, I told Andy, I said, I think Jimmy might let you stay at his place. And when me and Andy and his brother were doing the halfway house, he let Jimmy D crash at the halfway house. Stayed there a few days. So, yeah, it's kind of like...
They come in if rain and call us, yeah, I'm going to stay.
Yeah, it was a pay it back. So I just wanted to do a little of that. And I also wanted to say, you don't always have to be prepared. And I bet Andy knows the verse, because it does say, and I think it's in the book of Timothy, but in the New Testament it says, be ready, in season, out of season.
Be in season, out of season.
Yes.
Working with a band.
That means you should always be ready. Like, you don't have to be prepared, have a big, okay, this is what I'm going to speak on. So I just wanted to do a little bit of a fellowship. Jimmy is not here right now. You said he's working.
Yeah.
What? I'm glad he got the job. Okay. Good.
He found some Mexicans that have a little money from somewhere. And they supposedly got 4 years worth of work. Supposedly living in houses.
Okay.
So he's like the head honcho in the house, because he's a jack of all trades.
Yes.
And, they said, well, we like your experience. We like the way you do things. So Jimmy's all excited.
Good.
Of course, he may be making more out of it than what it really is.
Yeah.
You know how Jimmy is.
I'm going to put in a
He
bed.
can over-exaggerate sometimes.
Being Jimmy is not here right now, I'm gonna tell this story. Old Brother Bear. I didn't realize I introduced Jimmy D to Brother Bear. I asked him one day when I got back from one of my New Jersey trips, I said, how'd you meet Old Bear? He says, through you. But Brother Bear had a guy that was staying there named Rodney. Rodney was a black guy, and Rodney was a worker. And so Jimmy went to Houston with Rodney to do some work. And he was supposed to dig ditches, and Jimmy didn't want to dig ditches. So I'm saying that when he was done with Jimmy as like the helper, he told Bear, that guy don't want to work. I don't know if I would have wanted to dig ditches either. So, okay, I want you to share anything. Talk. Preach, Andy. Say something that you think would be beneficial, because I got 2 videos being all didn't answer.
Do you know what day this is? This is the day that the Lord has made.
Okay.
We will rejoice and we will be glad in it. Why? Because this is the day that the Lord has made.
Very good. Now, I taught something about that. I'll do it right now, because like I said, it's unprepared, but that's how God works. That verse is in the book of Psalms. And do you know, it's famous because it's repeated, it's quoted other times in the Bible. But listen to the context. Listen to what it's saying. It says, it's a famous verse. It says, the stone that the builders rejected has become the head of the corner. This is the Lord's doing, and it is marvelous in our eyes. This is the day that the Lord hath made. We will rejoice and be glad in it. Now, offhand, it might be Psalms 118. It's talking about the crucifixion. Jesus quotes that verse in the gospel. Have you not read that the stone that the builders rejected has become the head of the corner, speaking of his own crucifixion, And Peter the apostle quotes it from Jesus in his letter of Peter, the stone that the builders rejected. And why is that significant that that's in the context? Because what it's saying is, when you go through death experiences, crucifixion, you have a tendency, there's a verse in the book of Hebrews that says this, Hebrews chapter 12, despise not thou the discipline of the Lord, neither be weary when you are rebuked of him. For whom the Lord loves, he disciplines, and every son that he receives goes through discipline. There's a tendency when you go through hard times, and if you know you're reaping what you sow, like, oh, I've been messing up and now it's coming back on me, there's a tendency to despise the discipline, meaning, why is God doing this to me?
Why sometimes we will accuse the devil of tearing our life up, but really sometimes it's just a discipline of the Lord. But he's trying to teach us something, show us something.
And in that verse, that's what it's saying. This is the day that the Lord hath made. We normally think of it as a real happy thing. But what it's saying in context is Jesus' rejection, that was the day the Lord hath made. It says in Isaiah 53, it pleased the Lord to bruise him. Now, Isaiah 53 is a good chapter about Jesus being rejected. He was despised and rejected of men, and man of sorrows and acquainted with grief. We hid, as it were, our faces from him. He was despised, and we esteemed him not. Surely he hath borne our griefs and carried our sorrows. Yet we did esteem him smitten, stricken of God, and afflicted. Yet he was wounded for our transgressions. He was bruised for our iniquities. The chastisement of our peace was upon him, and with his stripes we are healed. So that was the Lord, or God, that allowed Jesus to have the sins of the world to be punished.
Another scripture for you that's similar, and I always add a little something to it, like, praise the Lord, and people say, for what? And I tell them the scripture, the Bible says that men ought to praise the Lord always, and praying always. And the Bible says that the earth is the Lord's and the fullness therein. Therefore, whatever you do all to the glory of God. So no matter what you do, no matter what's going on, you've got something to praise the Lord about. And everything that's in the world that's been created, whatever, was created by God. You ought to praise the Lord always.
Yes. Crow, you got any stuff you want to share?
I can't argue with what y'all been saying. I just been taking it in.
Okay.
Because sometimes I'm not in the mood really to praise the Lord, especially if something's really conflicting with me or what I got going on, and I might be angry or upset. And someone say, well, just calm down. But you don't understand. No. Most of the time I'm so caught up in myself that I fail to realize and maintain the consciousness that, hey, God's with me. Jesus is still on the throne. We got something to shout about. We got something that the world can't give and the world can't take away.
Yeah.
We got something worth talking about. It makes me want to sing and shout.
Sing. I posted Pops singing. Pops is singing on the other video. He plays the old gospel music, and he was waiting for me. I went to sing. I spent the day with him yesterday. And as soon as I got there, he had his CD ready. He wanted to play. It was the day before yesterday. And he sang. And he shared.
You're kidding me, Pops.
You know what Pops did? He gave me a little banana tree. Those of you watching the videos know the story already. They don't. So I got home the next day, and I dug a hole in the ground where that little banana tree would fit.
Yeah.
We used to have DirecTV. And so as I'm digging the hole, I see an old cable in the ground. So I'm thinking, I'll just dig around the cable. Well, it was in the way, so I took my shovel and hacked it, cut the cable. Later that night, my kids were saying to my wife, the internet's off, it's not working. Now, I didn't know why. And I woke up in the morning, I was praying, and it popped into my mind, I cut the wrong cable. Well, it was 2:30 or 3 in the morning, I get up early, and I'm in the yard. It's throwing my system off because I'm getting ready to pray and do some teaching. While I'm in the yard, turning the light on, digging up the ground, And for about an hour, I was real pissed off because I'm like, I can't believe it. I'm not going to be able to do the videos and put them on. So it threw me off. I documented it on the videos. I took the pictures so everybody else knows. You guys
But
don't
you
know.
think twice about taking the axe to the root of the tree.
That was the verse I quoted. I quoted it the other day. So that's good. So Crow, you've been here for about a week, or sometimes you come and go. So I didn't know if you guys were here.
Yeah.
I texted you too. I don't know if you got it.
Yeah, today?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did. I woke up and seen it. That's the first time I've seen him smile since I've been here, since I've known him.
Andy, have you seen Huey, your brother?
No.
Okay.
He's kind of quit calling me because he realizes I'm not in the bluff.
Yeah.
And I can't just up and give him a ride.
Andy tells me the other day, my brother, look, I know his brother because if you give him a ride, even if it's a simple ride, he figures I'm going to get as much out of it as I can. And he has
three. He wants you to follow.
Yes, he's got 3 or 4 stops. And sure enough, I haven't given Huey a ride in a very long time. And about a month ago, David, Huey's brother, said, if you see Huey, let him know he's got some mail at the house. Sure enough, after I hung up from David, I'm driving back into the bluff, and Huey's sitting by Padre Motel with the weed eater and all. He bought it. It was legal. So I turned around. I had John with me, somebody else. He don't like Huey that much, but I said, no, I'm going to get... Sure enough, I gave him the message, and then, Cal, can you give me a ride? And he bought the weed eater legitimately. I said, okay, let's go. And he had 2 or 3 other rides he wanted to do. I said, no, I'm going to drop you off at the pawn shop, and that's it. So I know how it is. That's how Huey is. He wants to get
He's
as
a
much.
Klingon.
Klingon?
Yeah. Once he gets a hold of it, he don't want to turn loose till all the blood is gone.
Okay. I'm going to cut it short. I just wanted everyone, you got a little bit already, and I wanted you to see. The reason I turned the video on, even before the door opened, I wanted you to see. It's just
He wanted to see
fellowship.
by being instant in season.
Yes,
Ready
just,
for it.
yeah, that's how it is. I was a little worried when they didn't answer the door because they knew I was coming, and I was pretty sure I was at the right house, and I'm banging like this, and then I'm thinking, ooh, maybe something happened, like Andy's going to open the door with a double-barrel shotgun and say something like, that's kind of a joke. But you never know. When you're banging on the door and you never know who's here, maybe Crow, kidnapped Andy and he's holding him for ransom or something. I never know what's going on. All right, that's it. We might go see his brother David, and if we do, I'll videotape that. I want David to tell a little more. He started telling his testimony on the videos. He just began. He didn't get to all of the story, and I told him I'm going to just, that's it. We're going to end this, and I'm going to keep talking. Enjoy American Pie. That one will go up first.